Hi guys, thanks for watching. As always, subscribe to my channel. There's lots of videos of all kinds of different tanks and our battlefield at Can-Am RC Tank Club, and DGS Military Hobby is my YouTube channel. So here we have a 3D printed upper Grant tank, and it's been put onto a Henlong lower with Mado gearboxes. And it was quite the adventure to make. It took a couple of months to make it, but I don't think it came out too bad. I think it's a little bit, the upper I think is a little bit overscaled. Might be closer to like 1/15th, because it is a little bit large, but it fit pretty good on the Henlong lower, as you can see. It's got one of my three-piece transmission covers on it. All of the fender system, the sand shield system was scratch built with styrene, along with the rails and the little hook points, so on, etc., etc. So there's some supplemental stuff on the back from some of my kits with tools and stuff. Tow cable was scratch built. Antenna comes out, so that's nice for transport. The nice part about this 3D print, everything was made and finished, so it had recoil on both guns, it has elevation on both guns, it has flash on both guns. It took some configuring. Clark was kind enough to make me a Grant board, if you want to call it that, because the left-hand machine gun roller switch on the top left here on the radio was actually a machine gun originally. Now it's the 37 millimeter, so it fires once. You can fire it as fast as you can do the roller, but for just showing off, you just let it go and wait. It was actually pretty quick, 3 seconds to reload a 37 millimeter gun. Also built a little. Used one of my figures for the driver. All the hatches on this is quite neat. All the hatches open. So you have like the top hatch here opens up, and actually what's underneath it is the rotation unit for the turret. So the side hatch is open, the small hatch is open. You can see all that. Over on the other side, there's another. This would be the driver's hatch, I guess. And that opens up. I mean, I could go and put rods in the same kind of setup. The way I did the front was just a little styrene box with a post, and it's on a sort of like it's hinged, and it just drops down. It would be the same kind of setups that you would do on these. This is the other side here. And it opens up. It's quite nice. When it's not a battle tank, we have a very nice little British commander here. He looks pretty good. Get him out of the way. All right, so let's get into the functional test on this. So what I did was I put, it's going to be, maybe I'll take the camera down here for a second. What you can see down here is this is where I put the power switch and the smoke switch. So the power switch is over on this side, and the smoke switch. We'll close that back up. We'll bring this back up. Turn this back, make sure I got it squared. Yep, okay. So yeah, as I said, it was Clark has set this up, and so we had to do a little bit of reconfiguring on the receiver. It's a S-bus board, but by plugging channel 9 into the receiver, that allowed me to do the recoil for the 37 millimeter, and the flash is actually on the original plug. It's kind of complicated, but anyway, it does work. So we have the elevation of the main gun, the 75 millimeter. Like that. Turret rotation. We have elevation and depression on the 37 millimeter. So we'll fire the main gun here. So it's got a nice flash. Looks quite nice. And here's the, let me turn the turret a little bit. We do the 37 millimeter here. Nice, quick. Bring it back a bit here. So like I said, you can fire it as fast as you want, but we'll do it for 3 seconds if we were used to use this for battle. It still has a machine gun up here, so we put a flash unit in there, and you can see that the IR. This is how you test Clark boards to make sure that the IR is running. You just use your cell phone. And you can do it for other IRs too, like all the Tamiya, the Henlong, all of them. If you want to check your emitters, if you don't think your emitter is working properly, you should be able to see that with your cell phone. Okay. And we'll test the battle system. So that's when you fire machine gun Clark to Clark ports. You actually can use that in battle, in our battles, because you can use a machine gun to see if you're on target, and if you're on target, you hit the main gun right away, and you'll make sure you hit the tank. All right, so let's do, let's see here. Let's do the engine startup. Engage the clutch. And what I did for the tracks, I know you can't see it here. Again, maybe I'll bring this down. You can see it a little bit. So what I did for the tracks was I sanded off the big plastic V's. These are plastic tracks. And then I used 1 millimeter neoprene and cut all the pads and then shoe glued them on. We'll see how long it lasts when running it at the field, but we'll see what happens with that. All right, so we've engaged the clutch, which is pushing the switch back forward, and we can now run the tank. And you can see the smoke's coming out. It's quite nice smoke. And it's kind of cool. And we also, of course, have to turn on, you pull this switch all the way down, bring that switch all the way down, and that turns on your headlights. I put clear yellow on, I know it's harder to see on the video, but I put clear yellow on the lenses so they're not quite so bright when you're looking at them. I'll shut the engine off. And again, just a little turret rotation, elevation. Elevation there. I got to set that servo up. It's a little bit too fast, but you can do it with stick control, obviously. Yeah, so all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. It was fun doing the camo. The lines are, whoops. The two colors are airbrushed, and then the black and white lines that you see, the black on the inside of the green and then the white on the outside, that's all done by hand. So that took a considerable amount of time. The other thing, I mean, I really like there's even padlocks on the boxes on the back. So yeah, all in all, I mean, it's a pretty cheap way to get a grant. You can't find them in 1/16, of course. So your only options are to go 3D printed. So it fits the part. It was a pretty good print. I mean, the turret's quite well done. Yeah, so there we have it. As always, like I said, subscribe to my channel if you want to see lots of different videos, and enjoy.